Welcome to the Life in a Dot show. I'm Zheng, and today we'll be covering an identity crisis. In this episode, we will be looking at Singapore's national identity and some issues regarding it, such as the harsh education system, loss of tradition, racial discrimination, and Singlish. Firstly, we'll be looking at racial discrimination, a serious issue throughout Singapore. It is a serious issue, more serious than most of us realize, and it takes place in schools, on the streets, and in the houses of people throughout Singapore. But most of us have not realized what it feels like to be on the receiving end of racism. The next video will show us what it's like.
Hey Gerard,
Yeah,
you're a mud, right?
yeah, so?
You wanna hear some mud jokes?
No,
You wanna hear mud jokes? Yeah, sure.
you don't.
Yeah. Mud jokes are the best kind of jokes. Here's the first one. What do you call a shop which Malays go to?
What?
You know? Econ Minimart. Hey, here's the second joke. Okay. There one day, one Malay eat some meat.
What?
Then everyone started calling him a cannibal. What meat did he eat?
Another Malay?
No.
What?
He ate mutton.
Yeah, a ton of mutton.
Okay, here's the last joke. Okay, this is the best one. What do you call a group of Malays going down a slope?
What? Don't know. Ask Gerard.
Mudslide.
No, I can't take it. No.
Teaching you.
Should we stop?
No, he's Malay. He can't understand English. Don't bother.
A crucial part of Singapore's national identity is multiculturalism and racial harmony, and this clearly contrasts with that ideal image. Racial discrimination can lead to disagreements, arguments, and conflicts amongst fellow Singaporeans, can escalate into physical violence and at its very worst, racial riots. For example, 1964 in Singapore, racial riots, 35 killed, 560 injured. 1969 racial riots, 36 killed, 500 injured. As we can see, racial discrimination at its very worst can lead to the loss of innocent lives. It is an issue of the multicultural, multiracial Singapore identity that we all have to face in this day and age. Breaking news, racial riots in SGI. Now we will cut to our reporter who is at the scene, Mr. Gerard.
The sun is setting, and there's still no news regarding the students' fate. Well, some sources say that the students are from international racist groups with a conspiracy against the other races. A few minutes ago, a police officer from the Bishan Neighbourhood Police Station arrived at the scene. But we have him here. Can you tell us more about the issue?
Yeah, well, we have been trying to do the investigation. We are trying to see whether these boys have any connection or some connotation to some terrorist organization, right? Some like Al-Qaeda or ISIS, you know? Yeah.
But don't you think it's a bit far-fetched because they are only 15-year-old students?
Well, yeah, long ago that will be quite far-fetched, but now there is the advent of the internet and all those things, you know, right? So we find that there's a lot of bad things on the internet that these young boys are exposed to, and they will be able to go into bad hands. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
My point exactly. Hopefully these riots can be quelled soon and we can work together to eliminate racial discrimination in Singapore. Next, we will take a look at the harsh education system in Singapore. This is another issue of the Singapore identity, as we are known around the world for being ultra-competitive when it comes to studies. When people think about Singapore, people will think of certain things, and one of these is our ridiculously intense study cycle. Students take major exams at a young age that stream them before they are mature. Students study all day and all night, nearly all year, for these examinations, and that harms us. Even if they do well for their own standards, they are ultimately compared and judged time and time again against others. It gives our students feeling that they are in pressure cookers. Now we will show you how this happens.
Hey, Cheng Yu,
Yeah?
you know the new maths teacher?
Uh,
I heard he's damn strict.
Really? Yeah, I heard him from my seniors also. Like, it's really scary.
Yeah.
I don't know, I forgot what his name was.
I also forgot. I think it's like some Mr. Go, Mr. Po or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come in, Eddie, let's go.
Good afternoon, class. My name is Mr. Potassium Oxide. You can call me Mr. Go. Good afternoon, Mr. Go. Who asked you to sit? Did I give you permission? Where's my chair? One of you give me my chair. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, Mr. Ho. This simple test, the highest is 99 out of 100. Where's the 1 mark? Your class is terrible but horrible. Go to What's this? Read the name. Come read the name. Go to 30 copies now. I want to do it in 1 hour. With a simple test, you guys get 90 out of 100. How are you going to face your O level and your A level when you guys get this type of marks? You think you guys go IP, you can escape, is it? With this system, whatever route you go, you must take exams. Submit your papers. Let's continue with the lessons. Last lesson, we stopped in the vectors. This is P R and this is Q P. One thing, P R does not equal to R P. And don't forget the hash key. Holiday homework. Make sure you do it. And also do your ACE learning. I want to see improvements so you can face your RI competitors. Is that clear? Yes. No. This strict, unforgiving and incredibly straining education system that you have just witnessed is something that people think of immediately when they think of Singapore, and that is a bad thing. This pressure cooker needs to be broken. Now, we will take a short break in Life in a Dot show. Welcome back all. Singlish is a creole employed by people throughout Singapore. It is yet another thing that comes into people's minds when they think of Singapore. It is English with infusions of Hokkien, Malay, Tamil and Cantonese. Singlish is used everywhere, including in schools. People have to consciously make a change from Singlish to English when attending lessons. Perhaps in the future, this creole may be included in our education system. Talking about our education system, rote memorization takes the spirit of learning away from our education system and results in less creativity and actual thinking. We are ranked number 3 in terms of academic achievements, but when it comes to actual brain work, we lose out. We can produce many scholars and A-grade students, but have we ever produced a single Nobel Prize winner? Have we any famous innovators among us? The simple answer is no. Okay, let's get at the fundamentals of Singlish. Everything you add a la. Repeat with me. La. Not la. La. Hey, teacher.
Yes?
Yeah. Today I come see you because my son is Singaporean, but I cannot speak Singlish one. It's like, I don't know, like don't make sense one. Every day I tell you what piang you cannot speak Singlish. You Singaporean also cannot speak Singlish one. But he also I cannot. So you think you can help him or not?
Sure. He's from India and I'm currently scoring his A1s in Singlish. It's not a problem to make your son score A1. Don't worry. Where's your son?
He's in the car now.
Oh,
I
okay,
go
sure.
tell him lah.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's continue with our lessons.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, walao eh. Good time, good time. Take a seat. In our Singlish Academy of Arts, the first day you come, you must take a test. And this day, I'm going to give you the 2025 O-Level Singlish examination. Okay? Here. If you don't understand, I can explain to you. Basically, the first question, they're asking you to construct a sentence with the word walao eh. Okay? I give you 2 minutes. It's an 8-mark question. Do it. Come on. Alright? Read out. Walao eh. I failed my exam. Good. What's this? Walao eh, I passed my exam. You passed the exam, walao eh. Walao eh, what's this? Hey, you pronounce it properly. I want emotion. Pronounce. Walao eh, I failed my exam. Walao eh, I want some emotion lah. Hey, you do about it.
Malawi, I failed my exam.
See, that's what I want. In our Singapore education system, the rote memorization, mugging, just help you to do well in your O levels and A levels. For example, take your history paper. You just memorize your 6 essays and you just go there. If it comes out, you score well. And then your teacher gets praised. If not, your teacher gets blamed. That's how our education system works. I just received a mail from the University of New South Wales. They say that in Singapore, 80% of the students depend on mugging to do well in their exams. In my school, I don't want you guys to mug. I want you guys to understand what you're doing. Even though it's a Singlish paper which your parents didn't experience, it is important that you understand what you're doing. Is that clear?
However, Singlish could lead to a loss of ability in proper English, hindering our communications with English-speaking people around the world. We should not, however, eradicate Singlish completely, as it is indeed a part of our Singapore identity, one of the hallmarks of a Singaporean. Singapore is a land of mixed traditions and cultures. From Chinatown to Geylang, from Geylang to Little India, we all hail from differing racial and cultural groups. However, with the recent onset of globalization and westernization, we are this close to losing our traditions forever. We have to preserve the treasures from our backgrounds and ancestries, and this video will show you the extent to which this cultural neutering has progressed.
Where is my son? We are late to go to the temple already. Where is the Sumanmunji? Hello, son.
Hi there.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to go to the temple today. Okay. So I suggest you get your bags packed. Okay.
Why?
So we are going to the temple because my cousin has invited us all to a feast, a traditional Indian feast. Okay. So we are supposed to go. We are supposed to be there at 3 o'clock. It's already 2:30.
Sorry, I can't make it. I'm going with my friends to Starbucks because I'm watching a movie. I can't make it today. Sorry.
Hey, son. No, it's a tradition. Your friends can wait. Okay? You can go and watch a movie some other day. Okay, so today is the time for family. We are and tradition. We are going to pray there.
Dad, I can pray anywhere. Even the Starbucks, I can pray. I can pray anywhere. God's everywhere, right? That's what you say. That's part of our culture, isn't it?
No, but it's a tradition to pray at the temple.
I can't
Okay.
make it.
No, you have to sacrifice some things for more important things like culture. Okay? Now, your friends, you must, I'm not saying your friends are bad, but you must respect your culture and tradition more.
No, Dad. You're living in the older generation. I'm part of the new generation. You don't decide what I will do.
He has lost his tradition. Magane.
Singapore is the land of mixed traditions and cultures. From Chinatown to Geylang, from Geylang to Little India, we all hail from different racial and cultural groups. Our varied traditions and customs are an integral part of us, and if we lose that, we lose a part of our Singapore identity. This is an issue of Singapore. Now we will take a short break in Life in a Dot show. Welcome back all to Life in a Dot. Now we'll be going through some measures you can take to confront these issues of our Singapore identity. Firstly, balance Singlish and English.
Accept other races to avoid racial discrimination.
Relax your nerves while studying.
Keep your traditions and cultures in mind.
And let's confront these issues of the Singapore identity. Let's bark, everyone.
Who let the dogs out?